the end of just these few short days that we are together, you will have forked yourself into a vibrational pattern that will change the way the entire rest of your life begins to unfold. If you could take this 1 week under these extremely perfect conditions to bring yourself into the habit of forking, not into perfect vibration. Are you getting the sense of what we're talking about? We are not asking for perfect vibration from you. We're asking for awareness of your vibration and an inclination to lean in the direction of what just feels a little better. Friends, that is the science of deliberate creation. That is how you create your own reality and make it everything that you want it to be. It is not some big, astonishing writing on the wall. It is not, when Source calls you, it is not some beam of light that comes down from the heavens and sets a bush on fire. It isn't any of that. In other words, when Source calls you, it is the improvement, and often the very soft, slight improvement in your emotional guidance system. So, we don't suppose that we told many of you anything that you have not already known or heard from us or others before. But we are believing that because of the amount of time that you have been willing to stay focused with us upon this subject, that you have never been more aware that you are a being who is perfect, who is in an eternal state of becoming. And from our perspective, it really is time for you to make peace with where you are, because after all, where you are is where you are. And now set your sights upon where you want to be. So if someone were to say to you, what are your goals? Do you think that you are more likely to say, I have a goal of a new house, or I have a goal of a financial fortune, or I have a goal of an acting career, or I have the goal of a marriage partner, or I have the goal of an improved relationship? Or do you think that now, after hearing this, you would be more likely to say, I have a goal of feeling good. I have a goal of improved emotion. And the reason that we want to pose those questions, and we want you to contemplate them just a little bit, is because we want you to understand that your true goal setting, if you will, happened during the contrast that you were living. In other words, you launched those desires powerfully from your place of exploring the contrast. So you don't need to worry that by no longer beating the drum. Someone said to us one day, Abraham, I don't know what I want. And we said, what you're wanting to do is to want to know what you want. And what we want you to know is that the larger part of you already knows what you want. And sometimes you cannot verbalize what you want as succinctly as it exists in your vibrational escrow. When you were 2, you launched rockets, and when you were 3 and 4 and 5, and last year and this year and yesterday and today, you've launched rockets. And so your vibrational escrow has been amassing this amazing future experience. And as you give your undivided attention to how the thought that you are focused upon in this moment makes you feel, now all of those dreams that have been launched incrementally over the landscape of your entire lifetime will begin to come to fruition. And that is a goal setting that defies the understanding of most humans, but it is a pattern of living life in a way that will be emotionally so satisfying. And once again, we want to say to you, those who are watching you will describe you as the happiest people they know. They will describe you as someone who merely waves their hand and the seas part in order to accommodate you about what you want. They will describe you as clear-minded and clever and humorous with perfect timing. They will describe you as someone of a physical nature who always seems in perfect alignment. They will describe you as someone who, if you ever get out of balance physically, gets right back into balance quickly. They will describe you as someone who amasses fortunes easily and who commands respect from those who surround you and who glides through life with grace and joy. They will describe you as the person that they have always aspired to be. They will describe you as someone who seems to really have it together. They will describe you as the one who smiles the most often and who is an adult and yet laughs like children do hundreds of times in every day. They will describe you as someone who sees no problems that cannot be easily understood and solved, and someone who takes delight in every moment of every day. They will describe you as someone who awakens in the morning in a good mood and who brings sunshine to everyone that you meet. They will describe you as someone who truly must be living heaven on earth. They will describe you as someone who has really got it figured out. And we will describe you as someone who is fulfilling the promise that you made to yourself when you decided to come forth into this physical body. Good time for a segment of refreshment. We are complete.